In the north there is Agrarianism. They know only till speak, for ideas are banditry, for they have no police. Their rulers and government jobs shall be by birth, and these rulers embezzle and hoard goods from the proletariat. Why we have Victoria smoke, nor do they have perfect pinga. Their wealth is hoarded purely by capitalista. In the south there is the Rio Grandinese revolt. They are royalists. They believe that they should not do labor. The party decides to double its police force with a dedicated police force, something to protect us from Agrarianism and its many influences, luring the proletariat in. The proletariat, who under our conditions live the best life ever. They have every good they need. Why the para hoards its goods for the rich and wealthy. The party decides to build 2 construction sectors. The party knows what's best. And what's best is more people work. Our forces move north to fight off the horrible scourge of Agrarianism. We shall not be corrupted by it. We will defend ourselves. Our forces bravely fight off an attack in the north, outnumbered 6-1. These Agrarianists commit war crimes where they attack, killing innocent women, men, and children. They burn them to death. They bury them alive. They do it because they think it's fun. This is what happens when human desire is allowed to roam free. This is why we need a dedicated police force. Even though Para has done a surprise attack, we have mobilized our forces against them. We will win these battles. We will get revenge for these war crimes. We send our mighty navy to the Guiana Sea to prevent the British from supplying Para with all the weapons in the world. No matter their supply, we are still stronger. We are still powerful. We make ground into Para despite the British supplying hundreds of thousands of weapons to Para. Despite the fact that we are outnumbered 7-1, our armies in the south are winning too. The royalists are weak and lazy. They know not how to fight. The war progresses. We execute 7,000 war criminals of New Granada for the crimes they have committed in Maranhão. These crimes are unforgivable. The construction sectors in Rio de Janeiro are finished. We now set to making logging camps. Good hard lumber is what we need. It is the best lumber. The party makes the best lumber. We have started construction on a furniture manufactory. This will create hundreds and hundreds of furniture for our people. Make the best furniture. The Para front is doing well despite the fact that we are outnumbered 10-1. 30,000 men attack our 2,000. Despite that, we are still the victor because our goal is true. Our ideas are true. A new barracks filled with men who will protect our country from outside and internal threats. Angelim has betrayed the party. He spreads corruption. He tricks the youth. Their minds still not developed. He has them rally against the party. That is why we must have new barracks. The party must expand faster. 2 more construction sectors have been planned. Our brave men at the front lines are slowly expanding into New Granada. We are winning this battle despite being 11-1 in numbers. But our ideas are true and therefore strong as steel. We are making great strides in this war. General Roberto Horace has a kill count of 50,000 Agrarian troops. He developed a gunpowder bomb that could kill 200 in one blow. He has fought hundreds of them off by himself. Was just pronounced dead this morning. While using the bathroom, 10,000 Agrarian troops ambushed him, for that was the only way they can take him. He is now dead and given honors. He was a great man. I would like to remind all members of the party about our generous gift of perfect pinga. There is enough for everyone. We produce thousands of bottles a month. Enough for everyone. We have enacted dedicated police force. Everyone please take a smoke off of your Victoria cigarettes. We produce thousands of them a year. They are a gift from us to you. The party has decided to use some land that we have left aside till now. The battle with Uruguay is nothing but heated for what it has done in Para, for what it has done in Guaivo, for what it has done in the Amazon, for everything Uruguay has done. We will punish them. We will win. After all, the party has made many great inventions. We have made the lathe. Already other nations have stolen our designs. Due to Angelim, he spreads deceit. He steals. He corrupts the ideas and uses them for corruption. We have also designed an atmospheric engine. This is the first one ever made. An engine that can pump water out of mines. An engine that can do many brilliant things. We have designed and made this. Angelim has stolen this too. The Uruguay front is loud with constant battles. Thousands and thousands of men, tens of thousands of men, are fighting every day. Okay, so that's the first video in this video idea I had. So if you, I'm assuming everyone can tell, obviously this is a reference to 1984. I recently listened to a full audiobook of the book at work, and I really enjoyed it. I really liked the book 2 when Winston actually reads the book on Goldsteinism. I just found that fascinating that now obviously it may or may not be true, because you know, nothing is truly true, but nothing is truly false. But I really like the idea that basically the world is just split between 3 states. I mean, you got Oceania, which is just like here. You got Eurasia, which is like, I believe, the Arabian Peninsula, you know, French, you know, all of this. You got East Asia, but all of them just are the same government. They just have different names, like, you know, Oceania has the Poles, Eurasia has the Bolsheviks, which, you know, those are names that have been around for forever, but it's kind of interesting. And I had the idea, not because of the movie Brazil, although the movie Brazil is amazing, and I'm probably going to watch that with my girlfriend soon. Brazil is not why I decided to play Brazil, actually. I decided to play Brazil because I think it's a fun country, and I actually just fixed my CPU BIOS menu to actually prevent crashes from Victoria 3. It's when the Colossus of the South first came out, I couldn't even really play it because of constant crashes. Like, I couldn't even play on speed 5, which I do usually play the game on speed 5, but this is more supposed to be like a roleplay type thing. Plus, another interesting thing is I don't really play the game like this. Like, usually I play in a nice way, and I am planning on making the laws worse. Like, you know, eventually, you know, like literally make it 1984. I don't even know how hard it was to get the secret police, because I never get them. I go for guaranteed liberties because I think that's the best way to play the game. It's just like, you make everyone's lives better. Now, you can't like fully recreate like how the government system in 1984 works. But like the Goldstein book does mention the fact that the Navy, the floating fortresses, are kind of just made and then scrapped somewhere else because the government exists through inequality, and inequality is generated by disposal of labor. So like you have everything constantly going to a war that may or may not even exist. Like in the disputed territories, that's the only place where the wars really happens. You know, like down here, and it was the northern ice caps, right? Yeah, it was the northern ice caps. And like, I believe they also said like 1/4 of the population lives in disputed territory. So it's also like labor there, but then again, if you're already disposing of labor at home, then what's the point of disposing of labor? I mean, what's the point of getting labor there? Like, I know Africa, which is like the main area of the disputed territory, is full of rare minerals, but at the same time, like, that's what I mean by nothing is true, but everything is true. They say each country has every resource they would ever need, but the disputed territories are still too important. Now that's to believe, you know, I don't know, it is interesting though. Because it really is like such a insane and well-written book. And like the whole thing with Uruguay and these troops is, I can probably get this guy off the front line. I know they still regenerate off the front line, and like with a update that did happen, troops kind of recuperate a lot slower, which I think is a good thing. I don't want to mess with that yet, because they added they changed how like military units work. So like they obviously train the more you got, plus like I have incentives for more troops. Like, you know, obviously I don't look at all the patch notes, but that's something I did notice in an update after Colossus of the South. Okay, thanks for watching if you made it this far. Bye!